I am pissed for the American people. This is absolute and it's absurd that we are in a body with 435 members. Everybody has a responsibility to serve their district, to serve their constituents.
Health care costs set to skyrocket for millions of Americans in the new year, and Congress is paralyzed to do anything about it. Last night, the Rules Committee denied a move by moderate Republicans to force a floor vote on extending ACA subsidies with some reforms. The subsidies now expire in 2 weeks and could end up doubling monthly health care costs for millions of Americans when they run out. So those moderate Republicans are now lashing out after not getting a vote.
That's a failure of leadership. I mean, we have, members on both sides who believe this is an urgent issue, and it is for all of our members in terms of what their constituents are going to have to deal with in the start of the new year. So what's wrong with having a vote?
Joining us now in the group chat to talk about this, Congressman Greg Landsman of Ohio. Thank you for being here, because Ohio is a state people watch the politics, right? This is the voter that this kind of angry, righteous Republican is trying to appeal to. I noticed that people were going for these discharge petitions, meaning they were trying to force the hand of the House Speaker to get him to vote on this thing. But they're not successful. So help us understand the logjam.
Well, sometimes they are. We forced a discharge petition on the Social Security Fairness Act last year. We got it passed. It's the only way we got it done, was to go around.
And Epstein files, yeah.
The Epstein files, you got to go around leadership, and it's becoming more commonplace. And there are multiple discharge petitions sitting in the well, one is a 3-year clean extension. There are 214 members of Congress that signed on. You only need 4 more. And so Lawler and others can sign that today if they want to and get a vote. That would force the Speaker to vote on the ACA.
So I want to underscore that. You're saying of the many options, there is an option, and the same people who are upset publicly could be signing on to that.
And they may decide today to sign on to that discharge petition. There are a few others. They've already signed on to those. I have. My feeling is whatever gets this done, you got to be for it.
So why shouldn't Democrats sign on to some of these other petitions? I want to play for you the House Speaker, Mike Johnson. Here's how he describes the situation.
It is the Democrats' Unaffordable Care Act that broke America's health care system, as has been recounted this morning. And it's the Democrats who've refused every good faith Republican effort to fix it along the way. Yes, there is a health care affordability problem in America. It's a very serious problem for almost every family. But it is an indisputable fact that the Democrats caused that problem, and Republicans are the ones having to clean it up.
You said it yourself, you voted for some things that other Democrats are not. So the option is there to fix this for Democrats as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's multiple discharge petitions. I believe I've signed all of them. If I haven't, I will. But I certainly have signed the Gottheimer discharge petition, the Hakeem Jeffries discharge petition. Again, whatever it takes to get this
something
extended.
Passed. Yeah. But that's not the approach everyone else is taking, or else we would have solved this.
Well, yeah, the challenge is that the Speaker, who controls the agenda, doesn't want to do this. The majority leader does not want to extend these subsidies. The president, I actually don't know what he wants. I think he could want, there's a possibility that he wants it. He's just not plugged in. He's not locked in. This is not something that is on his radar screen. He doesn't care. And if you have folks who don't want it or don't care, who are in charge, it's very difficult. And the idea that this is the fault of anyone other than the folks in charge is something that's not going to go over well with the American people. The American people know that Democrats pursued the Affordable Care Act to extend coverage to 25 million Americans. It's been a game changer for them, and the subsidies have helped them pay their health care costs. Without the subsidy, premiums are skyrocketing, and they know who's to blame. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We just have to get it done.
Okay, I want to ask you something, because I understand you're on a bipartisan fentanyl caucus. Is that true? You care a lot about drug abuse. But we also noticed that the president is declaring fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction in an executive order, saying that illicit fentanyl is closer to a chemical weapon than a narcotic. I want to ask you about this for a couple of reasons. One, do you agree? And two, this is relevant when it comes to Venezuela.
Fentanyl is a huge, huge problem. It has killed so many Americans, constituents of mine. It is a big problem all over the country, certainly in southwest Ohio, southern Ohio. It requires a very serious approach. It requires an approach where you're going after all of the points of entry. And it means mobilizing all of your resources to deal with this. The boat strikes are moving resources away from the larger effort because you're talking about a small number of boats, a large number of military assets. They're spending an enormous amount of money.
But they're arguing that they are serious about this in a way that the war on drugs has not been, that past administrations have not been. They think they are disrupting the narco drug trade.
They aren't. They're blowing up a few boats, and they're using an enormous amount of military weaponry, and they're spending an enormous amount of money, and they're pulling resources away from efforts that are focused on drug trafficking, human trafficking. They're pulling resources away from our national security efforts around the globe, all to blow up a few boats and to take some tankers and to deal with what seems to be a very personal issue between Trump and Maduro.
Okay, I want to talk to you about something else, which you might have missed because I learned during the break you don't have social media and you have unsubscribed from everything.